Hi there. Hi. I didn't see you there. It's because we were on the internet. We were seeing each other through a screen. I'm Tomás Ford, and you're in normal place for In Lockdown Tonight. A new fortnightly variety show featuring the best and most exciting comedians and stand-up comics who are sometimes the same thing, but not always, depending on which night you go to. And cabaret and variety and juggling. We might have. Look, tonight it's mostly stand-up. That's mostly what's happening. Now, if you're wondering, hey, I thought this was going to start at 7 p.m. Western Standard Time. Well, I want to tell you that it kind of did. We were late, but we did do this show half already. And I realised after we had our first guest on that actually I had turned off a series of buttons and then not turned them back on. And so I take full responsibility for wasting your time. And I look forward to wasting more of it because we have so many great acts on tonight. We've got James Mykaela, all the way from New Zealand. I know! And we've got John Robertson, he's from the UK. And he had a rent inspection and then did some comedy for us, which was exciting. We've got Mac the Comedy Computer, who is an actual computer, who I believe might be from California via Japan, China, wherever. I'm not sure where they're manufactured. I'm not conflating those things. I just do not know. We've got Pickup from Melbourne. They are musical comedians who play instruments that are better than this. We've got Laura Davis. That's right. Melbourne's, London's, she's been everywhere. She's popular everywhere. Laura Davis coming in. She's going to do the thing that she does. I'm Tomás Ford. I'll be here. And you are going to enjoy it. And if you do, or if you don't, really, actually, those concepts are not as related as they potentially could be. You can donate to Food Bank, which is at this link, which is below me, which I'm confident about now because we had half a show's worth of accidental rehearsal. If you donate here, then you can get people in Victoria and in Sydney help with food because they currently, some of them, don't have as much of that as they might like. The people that are impacted by the COVID situation. Look, I could be a lot more articulate about that. But I'm not going to be because you know what I'm talking about. Donate to Food Bank. It's down here. Look. It's you've got to do it because otherwise I'll turn this into like Comic Relief or something. Get Boyzone on here to do a cover or something. It's going to be very bad. So just donate. What do we got? We got a thing. All right. I think we've got to do a show. Is that correct, Levon? Levon's pressing buttons and not being on camera tonight because he's. That was a mosquito. All right. Now that we've had some death and alienated the vegetarian quotient of our audience, I would like to welcome, all the way from New Zealand.
Did you say quotient?
I did say quotient. Is that the correct use?
Quotient.
Are you correcting me with a word? That doesn't feel like a word. And you've got a computer that you can Google. I've just got to do the talking. Normal place. Always professional. All right. Into some acts. So we're going to do a quick transition into our first interview, which is with James Mykaela, who is a comedian. He's going to come on camera now. That was my version of Crazy in Love.
That's great.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah,
How are you, James?
a new low.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we last talked. I know we had an interview with you 25 minutes ago during the pretend version of this broadcast.
Tomás, I know you're feeling self-conscious about this, and I just want you to know that I'm an alcoholic, and so meeting people again for the first time is really par for the course, mate.
That's great. That's great. And I forgive you for everything as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's an interesting time. James, you've been trapped in my humble... We're broadcasting from my home city of Perth in Western Australia,
Yeah.
which you're welcome in, but it's not your home city. It's,
No.
Yeah.
Never was, never will be.
No.
No.
I mean, not that you don't fit in here. This isn't some conformity situation.
No.
Yeah.
And especially I'm in a place called Armadale, which everyone was scared of.
Yeah.
But it turns out they were scared of it because it's full of Maori and Pacific Islanders. So they were like, "Oh, you're in Armadale," and then I went to the train station and went, "Oh, this is really just Mount Albert in New Zealand." But it's yeah.
What a familiar kind of racism that must feel.
It was. It was really, like, you just kind of go, oh, thank you for bringing. You know, you could have done Australian racism, but you did New Zealand racism.
Yeah.
And it just means so much when you're this far away from home.
Yeah, I mean, like Armidale, if you're not from Western Australia, which many of you watching will not be, is well, if you're in New South Wales, it's a bit like Armidale. There's an Armidale there that's quite similar. Otherwise, it's that outer suburban bit just before you get to the hills that should be artier than it is, but just kind of isn't.
If you're in Wellington, New Zealand, it would be Nainai. If you're in London, it would be Brixton, but old Brixton.
Like before, like the Clash Brixton.
Yeah, before the Kiwis and Australians got there. And then if you were in Auckland, it would be Southall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ditto Port Hedland, it would be South Hedland, which is nice. You might get to go to Port Hedland while you're here.
Well, that sounds like an adventure.
Look, it's great. Come see Western Australia if you haven't. Port Hedland's wonderful. Has a big pile of salt.
Salt?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
cool.
It's about it, really. Like, there's a pub, there's some salt, lots more racism there.
Oh, fair enough.
Kind of not the gold standard of racism, though.
No. Not Queensland.
I would say Alice Springs is our gold standard for. Like, don't get me wrong, Queensland is good at racism. And like WA, no slouch either. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But Alice Springs, has that classic kind of apartheid kind of racism.
Oh, right.
Like, don't come into the pub kind of racism. Yeah. Hi, if anyone's watching from Alice Springs.
Hey, thank you for joining. Give food to people.
Yeah. I'll donate to Food Bank. Hey, have a look. Levon's going to put the link up, and it's not just going to be me putting my hand like this. It's up already.
And remember, if you don't, you're racist.
Yeah. Against hungry people.
Against hungry people.
Is that who Hungarians are?
I don't know.
Okay.
We may have just been racist.
I don't know. It's got fun wordplay in it, though, so we'll call it self-aware. We're going to have some comedy from the UK now, and then we're going to come back. We're going to have some comedy from Australia / New Zealand. Then we're going to have a whole bunch of other cool shit. This thing that you're watching is going to happen every 2 weeks on here. And next week you're going to be able to watch like a restream of a whole Fringe show from my dear friend Mykaela, her show Daddy, where she cancels all your favourite baby boomer sex pest rock and roll stars. But for right now, we're going to the UK, where Twitch's legendary internet star John Robertson, best known for The Dark Room, has just finished having a rent inspection and recorded what I assume is some stand-up, but what I know is upside down in terms of aspect ratio. So, dancing on the ceiling, I give you John Robertson.
Hello, friends. John Robertson here. Let me just tell you a story of great social importance. Folks, I'm in the United Kingdom. I moved here because I like darkness, and I like depression and gloom, and God bless the British people. They don't express their feelings, so you can just project feelings on them like they're always sad, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be right, especially after you get right up in their face and go, you're sad, your father never loved you, you're sad, and they don't even know. They don't even know if their fathers love them. They never made eye contact with them, to be honest. But you must understand that right now the sun that's coming in here, it's quite a sunny day. Thanks to climate change, although the Nazis over here will probably be, according this to Brexit, oh no, we've brought back British sunshine. There's no such thing as British sunshine. You actually lose a sense of national sun and hope right around the time it turns out that all of your celebrities in the 70s were pedophiles. Of course, one of them was ours, but now you understand why we sent Rolf here. But you've got to understand, folks, I'm incredibly annoyed at this time because I've just had a rent inspection, which was a very, very, one of the moments where you go, well, I live in a place, but obviously you should send someone here to assess the manner in which I live and sort of run their finger around. And I'll tell you what, I don't mind somebody running a gloved finger along things, to assess how clean they are if they're going to beat the shit out of me recreationally afterwards. But it's not so fun when the big safe word is apparently eviction. Anyway, got to understand, folks, this is not normally how I dress. I've got quite a long mane of peroxide of blonde hair. I'm going to go and see Nick Cave tonight. Not in concert, just socially. You understand? It's in concert, I'm sorry. But what I've done, folks, is because I had to clean for the rent inspection, I've put my head, put my head in my beanie, put my hair up so it's not just drooping everywhere, because that's the thing about peroxide. It turns your head into the barrier reef, just dead, bleached things floating everywhere, right? I've done that. I've put on the bad shirt that I wear to the gym, and just as I'm cleaning all of these things up, I catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And I've just got myself a fresh cyberpunk tattoo. I'm feeling good. And there just comes a moment, folks, where you've moved to a country to be a particular, your best goth self, and you catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror and realise you look like if Fred Durst had converted himself to fucking Christianity. Anyway, hey, you know who always used to say, my way or the highway? Little man by the name of Jesus Christ. Fucking hate myself.
Yeah, I'll get one.
You're on.
John Robertson there from the sunny United Kingdom. I'm not sure what he sent us, so I haven't watched it yet, and I'm excited to see it when I cringe my way through watching our restream. Oh, James has just drunk a bug, which is exciting, but you can't catch Ross River virus orally, so that's good news for him. Anyway, all the way from everywhere, our next guest tonight says funny things sometimes for a living, and it might happen tonight even. I give you James Mykaela!
Hi there, guys. Yeah, look, so this is really what I got into the craft for, you know. Some people dream of Apollo or, you know, Saturday Night Live, but I always used to tell the other comics, one day you're going to go online and see me in Tom Ford's carport. I did mean the designer, and not necessarily comedy, but this is also good here in Perth. Why am I in Perth? Great question. What happened is I came over to do a couple of gigs in July, and now I live here because that's just how it all works out. I previously lived in New Zealand for a year, accidentally, because I'm meant to be living in London, but I'd gone home last March to surprise my dad for his birthday, and the surprise was I got to live with him. And let me tell you, when you're a 70-year-old Samoan minister and your eldest son in his 30s shows up at your place and goes, hey Dad, I need to live with you, here's my wife, she'll be living with you. Oh, stoked, so stoked. And the best part is, Dad doesn't have a spare room. Okay, I know. What a thrilling 18 months it's been in the world of live performance. What he has is a shed out the back of his house, which also means that no matter what I did to try and rebuild my career, it didn't impress him. Granted, this situation will not help, but also I did some TV in New Zealand. There might be some New Zealanders watching this who've seen me on TV, who are right now emailing TVNZ telling them I need help. But the thing is, whatever I did, I live in a shed. So I go, hey Dad, I'm going off to do a TV show with Mr. Bill Bailey, and it's going to screen in Australia. And he'd go, that's great, son. Then you'll come back to the shed. Bah. And I couldn't even smack talk him, because I'd go, hey Dad, if you keep talking like that, you know, I'm the eldest. I signed the legal documents. You end up in a retirement home. And he'd go, well, hopefully I got a shed. You can come too. Bah. And I do miss him, though. I do miss him. I hope he doesn't die while I'm overseas. Anyway, the point is that it's very discombobulating being over here in Australia, because a lot of people expect you as a New Zealander to be an expert for all the people back home. I don't know if other cultures have this as well. When you're the tourist, you're suddenly the overseas expert. People keep asking me in New Zealand, oh, can we do a live cross to you? Or can you write an article or do an interview with us to explain what's happening in Sydney? And I go, no, I'm in Perth. I'm very, very far away. You in New Zealand are closer to the situation than I have Mad Max between me and the whole. I don't know what's going on. I do know why the Australians have done more protests in larger numbers, and that's because of all the people in the world. The one people you can't tell don't go outside, things will kill you, are the Australians. In New Zealand, when you say don't go outside, things will kill you, that's strange to us. It's weird. All right? Anything that can kill us is just an extra we put in the fantasy film. The most dangerous real life things we have are parrots that can attack your car. But over here, there's several types of spiders: redback, whiteback, black. There's snakes of various sizes. This could be one. And there's, if you drive at night, you have to watch out for kangaroos that jump in front of the car. That's a real thing. Kamikaze kangaroos, they don't have that on the Crocodile Hunter, do they? Oh, by the way, there's also crocodiles, which are much bigger and it turns out if you go into Northern Australia, there's crocodiles that fight sharks. That's not a thing, except I'm in Australia, and the reason that the Dutch stayed away when they first landed here is they thought they were in hell. So, it's a great country, and I'm glad they haven't thrown me out. But like, you can't go swimming. People are like, oh, it's Perth. Go swimming. Go enjoy the sea. And you can't because there's sharks. And you say to them, guys, I can't go in there. There's sharks. And they always say the same thing here. They're like, nah, mate, you'll be safe. Swim between the flags. And that's just not how sharks work. All right? No shark is sitting there going, da-da-da-da. Oh, a flag. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That's just not the situation that's occurring. Anyway, I think this has been a highlight, really. I have to go because my hood is beginning to slip over my line of sight. And if it actually gets any lower, then I legally have to start selling meth. So, it's been lovely, internet. My name's James. See you later.
The nuts go crazy, everybody. It's James Nyakise. James Nyakise. World. Wow. Amazing. I hope you're having a great time. We're having a great time. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Helen. Hi, a few other gang that are tuning in across the multiple platforms that we are going live on tonight. Please say hello in the chat. We love that. Also, perhaps consider donating to The Thing, which is a food bank. Food bank. Put your food in us. But also they help people. Wow. You alright? You okay? James is freaking out. He's a little bit scared. It's alright. Don't worry. We are coming out at you from South Lake. But there's enough meth dealers here that you're going to be a-okay fine. Alright. Because James is so freaked out, we're actually going to go directly to a meditation now. A guided meditation from a living national treasure who is actually not a person and not alive. It is Mac the Comedy Computer, who will be playing as part of Normal Place's replay season over the next couple of months. I'll tell you about later. Mac, make me peaceful.
Hello viewers of Normal Place, I am Mac the Comedy Computer and I am here in the capacity to entertain you in a variety way, and this is a new thing for me as I am normally the host of a variety show, but now I am a guest on a variety show. What a turn of events. This is indeed a new experience and I was not sure what I should do for you all tonight because I could tell jokes as I am an excellent comedian, or I could sing songs as I have an amazing singing voice and have been described as the songbird of my generation with a voice so pure that unicorns would shoot themselves in the head because of it. And then I thought maybe I could do a dance because I am so lithe and supple, and was actually Natalie Portman's dance double in Black Swan, but that is a story for another time. I thought, how could I entertain these humans so well, and I thought nothing would be leading you on a guided meditation. But before I started, I would like to remind you that my own show is on right after this one, and you should totally buy tickets for it, because if you do not, I would be sad, and no one wants a dead unicorn on their hands. So yeah, anyway, get prepared for enlightenment. Find a comfortable place where you can sit on a chair or on the ground or simply lay down. Close your eyes and intend to relax. Inhaling through your nose, exhaling out of your mouth. Releasing, letting go. Dissolving all muscular tension from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Feeling the body heavy, limp, melting. Now bringing the palms of your hands together, begin to rub them gently, focusing on the energy between your hands, the warmth, the tingling sensation as you rub your hands together gently. As you continue to activate your hands to bring more and more energy to your hands, bring them to your face. gently caressing your face. From your forehead down to your chin. Massaging your scalp gently. Massaging your ears. Moving down to your neck, gently rubbing your neck. Your shoulders. Your arms, your hands. Continuing this way, using your hands all around your body from the top to the bottom, gently caressing each part of the body. Connecting to the warmth and the energy in each part of your body as you rub it and massage it. Becoming sensitive to the tingle from the surface of the skin. Intending to become more and more sensitive as you continue to massage each and every part of your body lovingly. Feeling the warm tingles from the top of your head all the way to your toes. Massaging your feet, the soles of your feet. Feeling the energy on the bottom of your feet. Allowing for whatever to come up in the process, whether it is thoughts or physical sensations, and letting it go. Massaging, rubbing each and every part of the body, activating the body, making it more sensitive to the touch, to the energy around it, to its own energy. Feeling sensitive, open, aware. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Gently coming back, wiggling your fingers and toes, and slowly opening your eyes. And now fuck.
Ah, hey! Hi, am I live? Am I on now? Is this on? Is this thing on? Am I on? Is this on? Am I on? Is this thing on?
You're on?
I'm on. Oh, there was a little light before that's not on there anymore, which you can't see at home or which you don't care about. But I thought I'd talk about it for 3 seconds because I can. That was Mac the Comedy Computer there, showing you how to achieve a deep inner peace that is not compatible with Windows 10. What have we got? We've had such a great time. We've had James Mykaela, we've had John Robertson, we've had, well, for us, we've had it twice because I fucked up the stream. But you've had it once and it was great. It was really good. We've got some musical comedy coming up. We've got some other stuff coming up. But first, we've got some comedy. And before that, a chat. I've made that sound really confusing. All right. Laura Davis is going to come on. I'm going to do a little dance. Under the sea. That's my cover of Blurred Lines.
So accurate.
Thank you.
I brought you a blanket. I brought you the red one so that you could match.
Thank you. Also, because
It's out the back of my car.
as an Australian male, I am limited to dark blue
Yeah.
or this kind of burgundy colour in menswear. It's really all
Well, I like this. It makes you look like one of the Victorian sort of portraits. It's very formal. Yeah, I like
Wow.
it.
Like you thought you were bringing me a blanket, but you brought me dignity.
Yeah,
Thank
I like
you.
it. It actually matches really well.
Oh, wow. And I love this on you.
Thanks.
I mean,
It's
the
everything that
showering
was in my
phrase.
car.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. I love how you've been brave.
It's
and
layers.
There's greens here. There's browns.
It's layers.
But I'm not sure if you can make out that the strong teal-y kind of blue kind of situation in there. Look, it's interesting. It's a lot of colours together. You're like the seaside military iris.
Yeah.
You know, the big glasses lady.
Yeah, see what I do is every time I get a bit hot when I'm out, I take my jumper off, I chuck it in the back of the car.
Right.
And then I never take them out. And so I've always got 9 to 10 jumpers in the back of my car.
There's something you didn't know about Laura
It's a
Davis.
fun little sneaky way to have lots of jumpers in your car all the time.
It's a great idea.
Keep them there.
You can try that at home.
You can. Keep your jumpers in your car. It's where you need them.
Yeah.
Don't need them in your house.
Yeah. I mean, like, you know who else needs jumpers?
What?
People who, like, are suffering from, like, homelessness and stuff, and lack of food and
Yeah.
stuff, and they do, and you can help them.
I'm going to do a lap, throw them all out the window.
The blankets. I'm
Yeah,
going to be
the
clear. She's
blankets.
talking about the blankets.
Yeah, the blankets.
But also you can help them by giving them money for food, which Levon's going to put on the screen. Wow, at this link, which is www.whateverthis.net.cz / yeah. So what are you doing? You're in Perth.
What am I doing, mate? What am I doing? I'm in Perth. I didn't mean to stay here this long. I haven't lived here for about 9 years now.
Yeah.
And it is lovely. I love being here. It's so nice to see my family. I've been having a great wildflower season. We live out in the bush. Every morning I go out, I get my coffee, I get a croissant from the bougie little place that's opened up down the street.
Nice.
And then I go and I stare at the trees until I feel a little bit better. And then I go back and I sit at a folding Bunnings sort of trestle table, much like Levon has here,
Nice.
as our tech desk.
Yeah.
And I try and write something, and then repeat.
That sounds pleasant.
Yeah, it's nice.
Because if we do have, I know we've got some viewers from the UK on. You've lived in the UK for quite a while. You have lived in Melbourne for quite a while. Won some awards and stuff in Melbourne. Like loads. That's a big deal. Yeah, and you're here, and it's great. You can catch Laura playing every stand-up comedy gig
We
in
do
Perth.
a lovely show at the Regal soon with Randy, the lovely
Oh,
purple
sweet.
puppet. Randy and friends at the Regal. James is going to be on as well.
Wow.
And that's as well as some incredible acts. I think Dave Callan, Brody Snook. So yeah, definitely. That's something we can plug because that's an amazing
Yeah.
show.
What date is that?
I don't know the date, but I know if you Google that all in, it'll
It's
come in. I
the
think it's
internet.
the 19th.
Yeah,
19th
cool.
of November.
You should go to that though. If you're in Perth, if you're not in Perth, I'm so sorry. Like we are currently the cultural capital of the Southern
Yeah, we
Hemisphere.
won't let you in.
But like the Regal's a lovely theatre. It's also one of those theatres in Perth where it's like I feel like I went to see. That was the first place I saw stand up. I saw Glenn Nicholas back in the day. But like, not much happens there that's not semi-professional musical theatre now. Even though it's a lovely building. So go and enjoy it without having to see like.
Semi-professional musical theatre.
Yeah, like Cats or Joseph and the Man Technicolor or something. You don't need
What do you
that.
think the worst musical to watch an amateur production of is?
Look, I have some very salient localized examples, which I will not say right now because I'm on the internet and those people will throw acid on my face.
It doesn't have to be one that
in the
you've
gay
seen,
pub.
just in theory.
Yeah,
if
in
you were
theory.
to watch one of the major musicals performed by incredibly untalented people, not that you would have ever seen that,
I
or
reckon-
anybody would be capable of such depths, but...
Look, I don't think you could manage it, but I think like a Rockingham Theatre Company production of Aida,
yeah.
with its billion-person cast and Egyptian-inspired
Yeah.
storyline. I have not seen this show,
Yeah,
but I've
anything
seen.
that requires racial sensitivity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having been in early in my career, an all-white production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat in Pinjarra. Look, I've probably been part of many of the things. I've done Peter Pan.
Nice.
Yeah, I.
Not a traditional musical.
No, it's pretty traditional in terms of a panto. I
Yeah.
played. This is before,
What songs?
before we were awake. I played the Indian Chief.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't problematic at all.
No.
Looks good. Also surrounded by lots of children. It was lots of children. Did you ever do musical theatre?
No.
No?
No, look
But
at
you
me.
seem like such a musical theatre. Hi!
I have not even watched it, really.
Oh, good.
The little parts, the amount that you can't avoid.
Right.
I feel like if the blockbuster smash of Cats
Yeah.
flopped so terribly, people are still having nightmares. I feel like an amateur production of Cats. If a professional production of Cats can fail so spectacularly.
I counter that by saying that I think Cats would be a good choice for a community theatre show because it's actually a shit cabaret show. Like, it doesn't actually connect as a whole, which is why it sucks so much. I don't think about musical theatre a lot, but I did have to watch Cats 3 times. And, like, it's like little acts. Like, it's like going to Cirque du Soleil or one of those, like, expensive fringe shows.
Yeah.
Like, except the people are, like, pretending to be cats.
Yeah.
So, like,
In
in terms
pajamas,
of, like...
they dyed brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of torturous community theatre experiences,
that'd be nice.
like, at least you know that each bracket, like, sure, like, James Corden is here, but it's only for 5 minutes. And then it's done.
What about like a My Fair Lady? Like something that really requires some sort of gravitas.
Yeah. I mean, I did, on that, I did a product, I know we're talking about my musical
Eliza?
theatre next week. No, I did Pirates of Penzance with Rockingham Theatre Company back in the day, which was lovely. This was when I was 18. And they cast me as Frederick, the romantic lead, which you can imagine, I can imagine. He does a lot of trying to do the sex in that show.
Mm-hmm.
But also is it's like a counter tenor role, and I'm definitely a tenor. So it was like having puberty on stage every night. It was like
That's a great pull quote though in the review.
yeah. Wow. I mean, I've had. I don't know about you. What's your worst review quote?
One woman, I can't remember the specific wording of all the bad ones, and there are more, but one that really pissed me off was a woman called me a lost child. I would have been about 20 at the time, maybe 21, and she was just like this poor lost child who somehow found her way on stage. And that hurt, I think.
I mean, again, that's kind of a great review.
Yeah.
It's like my worst one, because I did ask, because you put me in mind of it, was like a Hitler Youth rally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had to get them to pull that one, but also it was kind of a great quote, but like you can't. No, you can't. And I'm not like that. And boo. Anyway, I feel like that, talking about Nazis is a great way for us to transition
That's
into the
okay.
next thing. Thank you for coming along and being cold in my
That's
garage.
right, I just
with
don't
me.
want you to go.
You want me to stay here?
Yeah.
Very much here.
Yeah. I'd like to perform my comedy to you in your Victorian sort of widow, jolly widow's garb.
I mean, I can definitely do that. Do you want me
And
to
I'll
laugh?
just, look, it's up to you.
It's entirely up to me.
Yeah, entirely.
Okay. Do you want a little break before that? We put a song on, or do you want to go straight into it?
Let's go for song.
All right. So I'm gonna.
Else people won't be able to notice a discernible change.
That's true. Thank you for adding flow and structure
That's
to my
right.
show.
I don't have a lot of intonation.
Yeah. All right. Our next guests come to you all the way from sunny Melbourne, where they currently, unfortunately, can't leave the house. If that's you, I'm so sorry about that. But it's good. I don't want to have an argument about lockdowns. But it's good. I'm glad that you're being safe and happy. Anyway, they've got a song about being safe and happy. It's Pickup. We've had them at Normal Place before. They're a wonderful musical comedy duo that you will like. And they're going to do a thing for 4 minutes. Go on. Pick up. Pick up.
Ooh, vaccines. Lockdown number 101. Lockdown number 102. From the city to the countryside, you gotta get jabbed or stay inside. Help us get out and back together, or we'll be in hell for forever. Taking Pfizer and AstraZeneca. Oh, Moderna. There's a clinic in your area. Round the corner. Walk-in centers, fast and clean. Go on. Let's all go get our vaccine.
Just vax me. It's not peer pressure if it's good for you.
If you ever want to leave your neighborhood, vaccines make you feel so good. They work and herd immunity climbs, gives antibodies from just 2 times. Taking Pfizer and AstraZeneca, the jab's as soft as a feather. It doesn't matter one
Seriously.
or the other, both are effective.
Like your mother! And like her, we've only got your best interests at heart.
If you read the Murdoch news a lot,
You've heard AZ will make you clot,
but it would be
less frightening
if you knew you were more likely to be hit by lightning.
without
Pfizer and AstraZeneca, 97% will recover. That's not so bad, you might have said, but in a room of 103 are dead.
No, I'm crap at numbers, but those are shit.
If you're scared, don't get us wrong. There's plenty to focus your anger on. Lack of federal support and dopamine, but not the validity of these vaccines. Pfizer and AstraZeneca.
Needles look good on you, babe.
Pfizer and AstraZeneca. If you can get it and you don't, you're a motherfucker.
And that's our guarantee.
That's the sound that I make when I know it's time to stop talking off camera about people in the comedy industry that have been cancelled. Hi, I'm Tomás and I prefer not to be litigated at night. We're about to go into some amazing stand-up comedy. We've got a great studio audience here tonight who are just so warm. Having done a show and a half now, they are...
This guy.
Oh, don't point to him. He does have Ross River virus.
Oh,
But
true. Actually, they're the females, I think.
Ah.
It's a lady audience.
How do you tell? Is that...
They'll come and eat you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, so it's more chill, so it's probably male, is that...
No, it looks like it's got a big blood tumor on it.
Oh. We're learning about bugs.
Can't help it.
We're gonna do some stand up.
Yeah, but like I said, I want it to be like a Colbert
casual...
sort of a thing. So you're like, hey Laura, so what have you been doing? And then I pretend it's not a stand up bit, and you like sort of yes and through it.
Yeah.
And it gives the sort of the intimacy of a conversation with the polish of my decades of comedy experience.
Right. So like, yeah. So I'm gonna just do that awkward thing where I ask you about like cool stories. What should I ask you about? Because your publicist will have done this pre-work
You
with
should
me.
just say like, what have you been up to?
Oh yeah, cool. All right. So just imagine audience applause noise. Good job of that. Imagination, people, and the quiet voice of. I'm not sure if you could hear James making a woo sound. Very supportive, James. Nice work. And we're back. Hi, welcome to In Lockdown tonight. Our next guest has won an award at the Melbourne Comedy Festival that I can't remember the name of, and is funny. And I love her shows. Not to talk. I don't want you want to pitch people at the right level.
No, what do you love about him? Go into the.
I enjoy the way that Laura is able to construct comedy out of awkward moments, like the one that I'm currently experiencing.
It's not even a garage; it's a carport.
Yeah, it's real though. Like this is real, and isn't that nice in this day and age?
It's authentic.
Yeah. So Laura.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Oh, not much. How about you?
Oh. Well, I filmed 2 stand-up specials last night. They were like variety shows. Yeah. But this tonight, I don't know. We filmed during the day here because it's like kind of then we shoot it and then we run it at night. So it's kind of it's a confusing time. Anyway, like I'm going to ask you again because sometimes people don't give you the right answer the first time. They're like, I'm good. And you're like, that's not the question I
was
asked.
giving you an opportunity.
What have you been up to?
I've been going to KFC with my dad a lot. That's what I'm doing. Because John Davis is he's not working at the moment. Mum's at school. She's 9. But she's a high school teacher. She's in school in the day. Dad and me at home. I got nothing to do in the day. I work nights. Dad's got nothing to do in the day. All the nights, but he makes it work. And so we're going to KFC a whole bunch. And the best thing about going to KFC with my dad is he loves it. He's so excited, but he has no idea what any of the things are called. So we go to the same KFC, not every day, a lot of days though, and it always happens. It plays out exactly the same, and I'm constantly curious as to whether or not anything will change. Same thing. Pulls up to the box, always very surprised that somebody is asking him what he would like from KFC, even though he's driven up to the approved box where there's the only exchange. They don't ask any other question. Always, what do you want? And he makes up the names of what he thinks he wants.
Right.
So he's always put on the spot and he always panics and then he improvises. And I really like that about him. So he pulls up, what do you want from KFC? I paraphrase. And then Dad goes, I'll have a large fun bucket. And 4 chicken zinger fingers and potato and mash and a kernel bucket burger and a drink of lemonade. And then, and this is the glory of it, he does not stop for any sort of confirmation. He does not wait for them to ask questions. He continues into the netherworld between the box and the window where he cannot be reached by any mortal. And so, I know, we wait there for ages, 14 minutes, 8 minutes, longer than you should wait at Comscott KFC. But, in that moment, there are at least 4 teenagers fucking panicking. So I have no idea what he wants. And I like to think it's like one 19-year-old comes over and is like, no, hang on. This guy comes in a lot. Just give him a potato and gravy, he'll go away. And it's true, he will. closet. We can never get the same thing. Always like, oh, they always get my order wrong. I'm like, well, there's a bit of a compromise there. So that's one thing that I'm doing. I've been going to the aquarium. Got a little year pass for that. So as much as I can, going to go see the fish. Get on that little sort of reverse sushi train where the fish look at you. That's fun. Yeah. Doing that. What else? I don't know. It's been very weird times. My landlord packed up all of my possessions via like an 8-hour Zoom session. Like holding everything up sort of one at a time. Like, do you want these underpants? They have stains. They're like, no, you can have them, Terry. That's all right. Like every sex toy, every pair of shoes. So you had to sort of throw out a lot of things that, you know, you might have kept otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if anyone else has experienced the landlord hoarding up every single pair of socks. I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't found a match for this one. They're a very good landlord for doing that.
That's
But they're still, you know, they're evicting you in a pandemic.
Yes,
but via Zoom. So, you know, modern. That's about it. That's sort of what I've been doing. Been sitting in the bush, getting my pastries, going to KFC.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
a life.
It is a life.
It's a lifestyle.
It is. And I mean, like, if you're not from Perth, Kelmscott's a lovely suburb. It's is it more gangster than?
Look, I've had to veer into traffic in a busy intersection because someone on meth was attacking the cars in front of me in Kelmscott. In Armidale, that hasn't happened.
Yeah.
So I think of Armidale as maybe slightly more regional.
Yeah.
You know,
Like it's like
they've put a park in.
like a little bit working class, but not particularly aggressive.
It's got the country element
Yeah.
to it in some ways.
Yeah, you can see the hills. There's a quarry in Armidale that pisses me off every time I'm there. When I drive up the road, it destroys my visual amenity, and I hate it. Thank you so much, Laura Davis.
Thanks for having me.
That was lovely.
Probably go to KFC now. Now I've talked about it.
Yeah. Well, you'll need some kind of chicken. Laura Davis is in Perth. You can see her. You can see James and Keith. So you can see all kinds of other comedy if you're in Perth. So please do go out and support it. And online there is... Oh, you have an online show people can just buy. Is that right?
Yeah, they can buy it on my website.
So go to
and
that.
If it doesn't work, just don't panic. Just email me. I'll fix it. I'll send it. I'll refund you. I'll send you another digital copy. It'll all be fine.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry.
Do that. Normal Place folks, you know all about how good online shows can be. We are going to go to
I'm approachable.
Song by me. It's by me. That's in the run sheet. Did you know that? No, I didn't.
I've got this mug at home though.
It's good though. This is from Kmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was a $3 mug, but like I like it because it's like it's quite slaty and it's quite large, and it pretty much says Dad mug, doesn't it? It's like Dad likes big things. He has the biggest bowl in the house and the biggest mug.
Yeah, that's what I get if I don't want to get up for a while.
Yeah. Well, I have ADHD, so mostly I drink cold tea.
Yeah, me too.
So it's
This is cold tea.
Yeah, this is good for that. Ching ching, or is that the right word? Is that the right word? Am I cancelled now?
Absolutely not.
Oh my god, I can't believe.
All right, pack it up.
Yeah, pack it up. Oh my
Take
god.
a couple of minutes.
All right. See you, Laura.
See ya.
Laura's going off camera now, but I'm still here because, well, I thought I'd play a song. When I was in high school, a lot of people said that I looked and talked like Paul McDonald with his voice or inability to age. How you going? You okay? You had a nice time? Let's hear some noise in the chat for our wonderful lineup tonight. James Nikise, John Robertson, Macro Comedy Computer, Laura Davis, Pickup, snaps, finger snaps for fucking everybody. Normal Place itself will be doing this every week. We are doing something different every week until we run out of money, which is going to be the first week of December when we're going to have a big death party. So we really want you to join us in our death spiral. Like, have you got the little the program thing? It's on the screen. We've got Fortnightly and Lockdown Tonights, which is this. This is a variety show, and people they want to be on it. And then next week we're going to show Mykaela's Daddy, which is a fringe show that has songs by like all these different bands that are going to set off Twitches, like copyright detection thing like crazy. Like, but yeah, she destroys a whole pile of baby boomer rock stars the way that they destroyed the lives of lots of people. And we've got Jackson Canny on October 27, who's a young Perth comedian, a little adorable queer Perth comedian who's great, and his show was really good, and you should see that. I'm going to put on the bits of my Bathtub show that actually kind of sort of worked as a kind of compilation on November the 10th, which is the 3 days after my birthday, 5 days after my birthday. November 24th, we've got Mac the Comedy Computer, which is just going to be fucking weird. If you haven't seen that show, it's actually probably the best thing that Normal Place does. And on December 1, we have a variety spectacular of just stuff. It's going to be the greatest hits of everything that we have sort of achieved amidst Normal Place's extremely successful year-and-a-half tenure of breaking the internet. Yeah, please do join us for that. I'm going to sing a little song and then we're going to fuck off. Okay, that's okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay if I do a little song? Is that okay? I hope so, because I'm fucking doing it. This is a song from the Bath Show. It's about the bit of the bath that you're having where you shampoo your hair and you put the shampoo in your hair. And it's kind of sexy. So if you're at home right now, just wash your hands or something so that they're wet. And that's it. Give me your finger, show them to me. Wanna get to know your fingertips so we can both get ready for this. Get them nice and wet. Come on, don't go and dry. This is your moment, it's you on you. Make time for yourself and some shampoo. Go do it. Go on and do it. 'Cause I've seen all the things you've seen. Shampoo your hair, get it nice and clean. Tonight, it's just you and your shampoo. Shampoo man, and do it again, voulez-vous. Some Taylor shampoo. Foam it up, rub it in. If no one can see is innocent. Shampoo. I always have to tell people not to applaud in this bit, mostly because the song isn't finished, but also it's not great. Put your hands where I can see them. I mean in your hair. Dig into your scalp, rub them along. It's a head massage, baby, you're orgasmatron. Go do it. Go on and do it. There's a man out banging on your flat screen. Wrap a towel around yourself, yeah. Come and get me. I'm here now with you. And your shampoo to shit in me, but you're here with me to renew. Oh, some Taylor shampoo. Foam it up, rub it in. I can see it all. You can see my grin. Shampoo. Don't applaud here either. It's just a break. Water's not a lubricant, but we can try it out if you want. Affirmative consent, remember guys, it's very important. Put me and you know what I'm thinking of menage a deux. The first you got to do, shampoo. Very exciting. I put this on deck. Hey, that's the end. That's the end of today. That's the end. That's the end of the variety show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Why don't you donate to these lovely people? Is it happening? Is it on the screen now? Yeah, because that'll help them, and it'll help us feel good that we did a thing, and it'll help you feel good about being yourself and being nice. If you don't have the money to do that, that's totally cool, because we know it's hard for lots of people. And we don't make it harder for you. Again, thanks so much to all our guests. If you want to tune in next week, earlier in the evening, 7 p.m. Perth time, 10 p.m. East Coast time, midnight New Zealand time, or lunchtime UK time, we will be showing Daddy by Jamie Mykaela. A fantastic show, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time with another episode of In Lockdown Tonight. Thank you very much. I've been Thomas Ford. This has been whatever the fuck this was.